it's a bardo time. It's an in-between space time. It's a time between then and now and the future. And I'm floating there, and coming back here is, it's very familiar because I know what it feels like to ride the metro down here and the buses, and the streets are familiar, but I'm different, and guess what? We're no longer in the bubble of youth. And we the grown-ups now. And we the grown-ups now, and we're going to hit the ground hard. We're going to go wham, and all the pre-grown-ups is having the fun now, and we just, we still have to have fun. We still have life in us. We still have vitality, but we live in a space that is like a holograph now. The older you get, there's more richness to the time and space experience because there's more levels, there's more layers, there's everything that you learned has become intertwined, and you want to express that in your work. And so I feel like I'm just moving into, I've always wanted to express things in the spiritual level. Dakini is one example of that, the Buddhist walker in space, the free woman, the woman who helps others, and who's very erotic, and all that energy. And so it's just a coming back into the threads of my life that are still there, and the new ones that are glimmering because we're at the other end of the life spectrum, and we're all dealing with mortality and permanence more than ever, but we're still alive. We're burning with life, and the longer I live, the more I see that if you just surrender your expectations of what it must be or who you are, then you can open up, and every day is just so amazing if you stop fretting about and worrying about and focusing on, I'm losing this is, all the negatives. So that's what I am trying to express more than ever in my life, and trying to incorporate and be open to the new technology, which is, for some of us non-techies, is quite a challenge. And I guess I'm just saying I feel very grateful and full of love for who we were and who we are, and it doesn't matter what has happened in between. I'm just embracing it and enjoying the chance to share. And I feel like there's so much untapped poetry in me. But I also feel like I'm in a space now where something new is about to come out, and it's not quite there yet. So that's one of the reasons. I read Book because even though that's an old, Book is a very old poem. It was, I wrote it in 1977. It came in the middle of the night in a snowstorm. I woke up, it was like a Gertrude Stein experience. It's like these words came to me, I got up and I printed them in block letters, big block letters, at a little red desk on 858 Wiseman Street. And it held true, it held true. And I actually read that poem even way back when. And because I'm a book lover, and we're all book lovers. And so the opportunity to reprint it and revise it and bring it alive again in a nice edition has been really important to me. And here we have the opportunity to hear this in the rear books room or in the library. And I'm just very, very happy about that. So that's basically some of what's bubbling up inside of me right now. nothing profound. It's just kind of trying to express for all of us the way it is. There have been health issues, there have been, you know, deaths in the family and illnesses in the families, and that's who we are right now, and it's a good thing. We were a group already, and we were publishing, and because I didn't have the same responsibilities that, I mean, I was teaching at John Abbott College, you know, that's where we met, and it was a time when I just was able to respond to the creative flow. I didn't own a house like I do now. I didn't have cats to take care of, and I didn't have to worry about taxes and all that stuff. You know, it was just about working and having friends and being creative. And so this stuff came through, and it came in through so clearly. And you know, that's the way I like to receive. I like to receive. We all like to receive the poems. That's how On a Black Horse with Moon-Shaped Hooves came to be. That was a dream poem. That's the time when my whole soul opened up to the inner life, and the stuff just came through. Now when I write, it's much more crafted. I spend more time. It takes more. I have higher standards of, you know, I've got to get that right word. But what I really like is that free flow. And Gertrude Stein was a great model. I wasn't trying to do a Gertrude Stein, but you know, I taught a class at Abbott on women's lit, and we covered a lot of people like Gertrude Stein, and people really had a hard time with her. These were, you know, West Island people. They didn't resonate particularly with it at the time, but.